everyone, Dusty here, and welcome to another vlog. I am by myself, and we just arrived at the customer down here in Greenville, South Carolina. And nothing makes me happier than seeing on my plan that I'm going to Texas. So I'm heading to Fort Worth, Texas. We're gonna get live loaded here, and then I believe it's a live unload on the back end too, but we'll see. But either way, it's gonna be fun. I always enjoy going down to Texas. The nice thing is that we can drive through the night, especially when we get there, because we can deliver, and then we have a terminal that's nearby. So that'll be nice and simple for me to do. Texas is always good because Texas usually has a lot of loads for me to grab, and most of which are usually pretty good mileage. So we'll get something awesome out of there, I'm sure. But hopefully we can get back to Joplin as soon as possible to fix this truck. Like I said in the last vlog, I knew they were going to send me other places before going to Joplin, because that's just how they do it. They're not going to send me from one side of the country to the middle of the country with no load. So I imagine this Texas run is probably a way for them to get me back to Joplin, but we'll see. Hopefully the pre-plan after the Texas run is straight up to Joplin, but I doubt it. Anyways, guys, I will be back with you when I get it loaded. So yeah, I'll see you. All right, so here's another problem I have. This power outlet, its fuse keeps blowing out. Just lost it. So the fuse is in here. It's up there. And it's a 15 amp fuse, and it keeps blowing out, so I'm going to try a 20 and see if it doesn't blow out. So that is a blown fuse. As you can see, that's a 15er. So I'm going to try a 20 now in that same spot. Let's see. There we go, there's a 20. So I'm gonna try a 20. See if that works. All right, now I know that just replacing the fuse is a Band-Aid. Talking to you, Trent. I am gonna get that looked at when the truck gets repaired for the deer damage, and see if they can chase down that wiring issue that's causing that fuse to blow every 2 or 3 days. So I'm gonna plug things in and see if it works, but I don't have high hopes for it. I've been having problems with that fuse for damn near 2 years now, so we'll see. All right, so the little red light means it's working, which means I can plug this back in for my phone and stuff. This one doesn't have a problem. It's the one on the right there. By the way, I gotta give a huge shout out to Liquid IV. Liquid IV is fantastic. If I ever get sponsored, or if I ever get to pick my sponsor, I'm definitely going with Liquid IV. Because that stuff is by far the best, like, dehydration cure and altitude sickness cure, and just generally getting hydrated quicker. It's so much better than just drinking straight water. And it's, you know, it's pretty beneficial. It doesn't have a lot of sugar. I think it has 11 grams of sugar in one packet, and one packet's good for 16 fluid ounces, so it's really, really good. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by Liquid IV, but if I ever do get sponsored, Liquid IV, come on, hook your boy up. So yeah, we're still waiting on the customer. I've been here for about an hour now, and yeah, hopefully they get me loaded. They haven't even gone into the trailer yet. They have done absolutely nothing. So that's a worrisome trend. What is another worrisome trend is that you know that it's going to be an interesting load when you walk into shipping, and on shipping they have a sign that's posted says, "Trucks returning for an overweight issue will be dealt with accordingly." Now, if they have had enough overweight issues to where they have to post that, that tells me that this is definitely going to be an instance where I'm not going to trust the bills for how heavy it actually is, and I'm actually going to scale it, regardless of its weight. Unless it's less than 20,000 pounds, and I can see that, we're going to scale this load. So I'll get to bring you guys along for that. But I'll see you whenever the hell they load me.
How's it going? So we got loaded. This is a heavy load, 43,000 pounds. They did a crap job of loading it, so I put my tandem's in a weird spot. But right now we're just kind of hunting for parking because I'm basically flipped back to a day schedule. I mean, the delivery is at noon on Thursday. I have a feeling that it probably is gonna be anarchy. Just because this is Georgia and I-20,
turn left at the traffic
rat race.
Then take the first left.
Normally I drive straight night shift because I feel like it's just easier to find parking late at night. So we do have a yield, nobody's coming. Oh, now there's, of course, right when I start to get going, somebody is coming. Driving a golf cart too, apparently. Huh. Now they just drive like it's a golf cart. Alright, well, cross traffic has a red light now, so. Come on, Betsy, you can do it. See, my tandems are really far back, so I gotta take these turns extra wide. Where's the truck entrance here? Auto, trucks. Okay, so left at the light. Come on, girl. I know you're heavy, but you can do it. You can do it. I'm about 1,000% sure that I'm not going to find a parking spot here. We'll take a look, and then if there's nothing, then we'll just circle back. Take our restroom break. Hey, it's me. What's up, guys? It's the next day. It's the afternoon. We're in Alabama. We ended up stopping just on the other side of the border from Georgia in a little dirt lot. Now we're at the Loves, just doing a half-hour break, and then we're going to continue on down the road and see as far as we can get tonight, and hopefully find parking. But once again, we're going to be stopping at like 9 or 10 at night, so might be a little bit difficult, but that's all right. But here comes a sweet time lapse for you guys. Stick around.
through my CB radio from the National Weather Service Emergency Alert System. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on it and make sure that it doesn't get too terrible. We may have to pull over and park it, just depends on how bad it gets. But rain's coming in fast and hard. About to get real squirrely here in a second. There we go. Told you. Told you. Called that almost perfectly on the timing. The camera doesn't do it justice, but it's actually raining pretty hard. And then it lets up as soon as I say that. But you can see the interior of the storm there, where you see the lightness in the clouds to the left. And that's because there's downdrafts there that are just dumping rain. So we're around this corner, and you're probably going to see the rain bands that we're about to punch through. So once again, this is called core punching. And I don't know if this is the storm that has a tornado warning on it, but we'll see. Yeah, you can see it there at the distance. About maybe, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but maybe a quarter mile ahead, it just dumping rain. Probably see it now. It's gonna be intense. Got about 30 seconds of a clear windshield left, probably. Maybe less. Oh yeah, now you can really see it. About to drive right smack dab in the middle of that. And I hope this isn't the tornado warned storm, because if it is, we might be driving into a rain-wrapped tornado, which is dangerous. Here we go. I do a little storm chasing on the side, obviously not in the truck. CFI, don't worry, I don't use your semi for storm chasing. I use my personal vehicle for that. Do not panic. Trucks are not in danger. Every time I tell a dispatcher that I'm also a storm chaser, they're like, "You're not doing it on our trucks, right?" So I feel like I have to add that disclaimer. Alright, it's getting real rough. We got the forward flank downdraft right now. Here's the core of the storm. I'm going to back her off to 55 miles an hour. You can see the crosswind moving rapidly left to right. Not much to say other than it's really intense in a semi, because those crosswinds, you can really feel them. Because if you really think about it, my trailer's nothing but a 53-foot sail on the back of my vehicle. So anytime the wind hits it sideways, it pulls me in the direction the wind's blowing. We're going to have to probably get off the road here and seek shelter. I don't know where this thing's at, and I don't want to find out the hard way. But you can hear it. I'm talking a little bit louder because I imagine on the camera it's probably quite loud. And if it's not quite loud, then, well, I'm just yelling at you. This guy's really backed off on his speed. It's good that he's in front of me, though, so I can see what happens to his truck, so I can brace for anything that's going to happen. But you can see the wind whipping off the back of his trailer like that. headlights on. I can barely see him. All right, I'll catch up to you guys in a little bit once I get pulled off and figure out what's going on.
That moment when you're recording the final segment and realize that you just took a photo and you just spoke to the camera for 30 seconds while it wasn't recording. That's fantastic. Anyway, so I'm kind of in the middle of about four storms right now, and just got off the phone with my fleet manager, and she would prefer it if I hunker down and wait for them all to pass, and we might push out the delivery time. But she's a fantastic fleet manager. She's probably the best fleet manager that CFI has by far. She's always been really kind and really good to me, so I greatly appreciate you so much. All right, guys, well, that's going to be a wrap tonight, and thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe, as it helps me out a lot, and I will see you in the next one. Deuces.